Yes, good morning. I hope that you're fine. Now, today I wanted us to share something about physics projects in the new curriculum. I don't know, but what I can say, this is a project. This is a charger, but it was someone's project. This phone was someone's project. Of course, all these markers were someone's project. These ones also were someone's project. But the question should be, what made this person think of designing this? What made this person think of designing this? What made this person think of designing everything that you see? So it is a very simple way, because one of the things that you should do, if you do this, you must do what we call problem identification. And problem identification, what you do, you just simply move in your environment and see which problem could people be facing. So there are so many things, of course, and I believe this is one of the things that are very easy to identify even by someone who is normal. Very many people solve problems, but they don't know whether they are doing what they are doing. Now, after that, the identification, but today I'm going to mainly look at this. Then tomorrow or in the evening I'll be able to give you some projects that were done. You see, for the problem identification, it is very simple. I tell people that one of the things that you can do is looking at what were the basic needs of man. And the first basic need is food. Then from food, we are having water. Of course, we have shelter, we have clothing. We have shelter. Then somewhere here we can have clothing. So all those things are the best needs of man. And out of all those things, man can find problems to have them. And once you solve those problems, you'll be coming up with what you call a project. Now let me start with water. You see, water is something that every man needs. Every person needs water. So when you look at water, probably you will find that water, we use it at home, we cook it. But before we cook it, there is a process. And this process starts from digging water. So how we get water? How we get water? How do we get water? We get water by sometimes, of course, digging the wells down, and of course different ways. So that process of digging wells is a little bit hard. So people ought to, some of them use hoes, some of them there is a machine that was designed to do that. But of course the way we get water, there are issues there. So people find a problem of getting water. Getting water from underground. You see, getting water from underground. And what do some people do? Some people use this. This is the well. They come with a jerrycan. Someone kneels here and then fetches water from down, which is a little bit risky. So according to physics, first we can improve the way of doing that. And then you use what we call machines. So someone can say, I'm going to design a machine that will be able to fetch water. The problem was, people get a problem of getting water from the underground. What is the project? What's the solution? So for you can design a machine that is able to get water easily from the ground. So someone can choose to use pulleys that is machines, whereby someone can use a single fixed pulley or a single movable pulley. So when you design that, something that can get water from the well, of course, there is a project there. And that's one, just water. So someone can say, I'm not going to do that. In getting water, after digging the well, you are supposed to carry it. Carry it how? From the well to the point where you're going to use that water from. So, if you don't do that, or after being able to get the water out of the well, you need to transport it. Again, people find a problem of, there is a problem of transporting water. So what can you do to solve that? Instead of putting it on the head, of course people always find it so hard. In some areas, someone can think of designing a home or locally made wheelbarrow, you see, using local materials. Of course, you're solving a problem of transporting. Of course, where does this fall in physics? Of course, in designing, you're going to use machines, you're going to somewhere apply the oiling, so you're going to find that the knowledge of machines is going to be applied in this. I'll give you the sample. Now, after doing that, of course, some people can choose to use a pump. Some people even can choose to use a pump to get water from the underground. Someone thought of designing a water pump. Someone can think of designing a water pump. This one still can be a project. After doing that, you've been able to design your wheelbarrow, then you're able to carry the water to your home. Of course, this water you have to make it safe for drinking. You have to make water safe for drinking. Of course, here there is also a project. The first one, before making it safe for drinking, some wells are dirty, and the water that you have or you get has to first be filtered. Someone can think of designing a water filter. So the question is how? Using locally available materials. And I have some students that did that. They designed a water filter using cotton, and really it came out very clean. So there is a project there. Now, after making it clean, you need to boil it. Okay. So water filter, this one was applying the concept of forces and what we call retention or capillarity. Retention or capillary form. So you saw that, of course, these students had to use forces, or even by the what you call states of matter. States of matter. So they were able to get something like a tin, they put cotton that they put some sand. This was supported up, and of course clean water had to fall down. But here they could pour that water that has even particles, but because sand or cotton has small spaces, it was able to filtrate these ones up, and then you could get water down. But it was a more organized way. So that's a filter. Then above that, after filtering it, you need to cook it to make it safer, or safer for drinking. So they designed some design can think of designing what you call a solar water heater. Solar water heater. And of course this one applies the knowledge of parabolic mirrors. This is light. Those mirrors or concave mirrors. And this was able to, of course, where you have this as the collector, then you have your cup that is containing maybe water here, but because of the knowledge of physics, the rays that come can be reflected in the focal point, so you put this one at the focal point. So there is a project there that is only water. So each and every basic need that you see here has a project. Security, like food. Of course, there are so many. When from the stage of starting to grow food, maybe in a